Hey guys, Cochran53 back again. Just to finish off my tackle. It's kind of going to be a smorgasbord of things, but let's go ahead and get started. This is my terminal tackle, most of it. Got hooks anywhere from, these are 1/0s. These are also 1/0s. These are specifically designed for Senkos. They're the owner twist lock, made to fit the Senkos. I really like these for just rigging them weightless. I go all the way up to about like 5/0, but I've got these. I haven't gotten to try them yet, but I'm really excited about them. They're the, oops, where did it go? There it is. Kumho Reaper hooks, and these are the flipping ones. If you see that little keeper, you actually Texas rig it on that keeper before you hook it onto here. So I tried a little beaver on it. I haven't flipped it yet, obviously, but I just took one out of the pack and tried it on there, and it seems to hold really well without actually tearing the bait. Also got some just regular football head jigs there. Most of what I use are actually Gamakatsu hooks. These right here are probably my favorite, the 4/0. Actually, I think this one's actually a must-add. There we go. Gamakatsu 4/0. Oops, sorry. There we go. 4/0 EWG hooks. Love EWG hooks. Down here we got flipping weights. These are 1.25 ounces. And then some punch stops. Haven't gotten a chance to use these yet, but I really am excited to use them because I'm sick of the weight falling all over the place. And if you remember from last video, I was talking about the Jackal Sasuteki craw, the way I rig it. Here's the weight I use. You see that loop? This goes straight into the bottom of the Jackal, and the hook goes straight through there. It's a really cool technique. I recommend trying it. Even if you could do it with a packet craw too. I've just never tried it. Some other jig heads. These are tube jig heads. Replacement trebles. They're both the KVDs. They're really, really nice. Free pack of laser trocar. If you sign up for on their webpage, you can actually get a pack of free hooks. These are a pack of 4/0 EWG hooks. So I recommend doing that just to get the hooks. But they usually have some good deals on things too, so don't hesitate to do that. Alright. Next up, got some weights. Pretty straightforward. Some egg sinkers. These are all different size bullet sinkers. Tungsten down here. Some other, I usually use a lot of 1/8 ounce heads. I don't know why, I just tend to like that. These are suspend dots. Put those on hard plastics usually. Next box, these are all shaky heads. My favorite shaky head is up here in the corner. They're the owner shaky head. The hooks aren't always the greatest, but that keeper, I don't know if you can see it there, but the keeper on these is easily the best shaky head keeper. The second choice would have to be the Strike King ones. They're really good as well. There's those right there, and they're not that expensive either, so they're pretty good. And these are all just different sizes. These are old Picasso ones, football head shaky heads. They're pretty nice. If you're looking for just a cheap one, getting started, go with these Lucky Strike ones. I think it's like $2.50 for a pack of 10 of these, and they work pretty well. So, good to start off. I wouldn't recommend those for a tournament, but it's good to start off with. Next, Wacky Rig and Drop Shot. Just a bunch of different hooks. These right here are actually the Jackal Flick Shake ones, which I love doing that when I can't get anything else to bite. They almost always bite on a flick shake, so I'd recommend some of those. These are tungsten drop shot weights. These are Gamma hooks. Those are actually some owner hooks that I found for 99 cents, and they're kind of weird looking, but they do pretty well, so I can't complain. Next up, we'll go to, let's go to the soft plastics that I have left over. In here, Got Shadalicious swim baits in this bag. 2 different sizes, both in the Sexy Shad color. And then these are the Yum Money Hounds. And they're like a spook, but they're a soft plastic and you weightless, well, usually weightless, rig them, and you just walk the dog with them. If you're a new person just trying to start out and you don't want to spend money on a super fluke or a super spook, even though they're not that expensive, these would be a good starter because you wouldn't lose as many, and if they break, it's not that big of a deal. They're not that expensive as it is. Just teach you how to walk the dog technique. Also in there I've got, if you can kind of see the label right there, some of those Dean Rojas Warmouths. Haven't really used them yet, but hear good things. These are pretty much just extra things I have, and a lot of the Lake Fork tackle stuff is in here because it smells so, well, it smells good for fish, but bad for a small apartment. So that's all that stuff. This is my go-to summer bait. Love throwing a big 10-inch worm. I've got the Strike King 10-inch anacondas and Berkeley Power Bait 10-inch worms. You can't go wrong with either of them. They're great. Big ribbon tails. I've even got a Trigger X one back there that was on sale. Pretty good action. And then this is all, it says Creature, but it's just an old bag. These are all my normal jig trailers. These are my go-to jig trailers. I already showed you some of my flipping jig trailers, but these I'll use on any jig. And I pulled 2 out, so. One is the Yamamoto Double Tail Grub. I use these a lot in the summer. Want to get a lot more action, induce the fish to bite. These are really good on a swim jig, regular jig, any kind of jig, really. These work really well. And even on the back of a vibrating jig, a chatterbait, these work pretty well. And then my other one, when I need a little bit less action, even though they still give off quite a bit, they're a really good trailer is the Netbait Pack-A-Chunk, or even just the Pack-A-Craw. The baby Pack-A-Craw would be a good fit, but I usually stick with the chunks. And then, let's see what else we got. Follow that up with my jig box. I love throwing jigs, flipping jigs, finesse jigs. A lot of what I do up here is finesse jigging. When I was talking about that Game Hog in the last one, this is the color that it matches. This is a finesse football head. I think it's actually only like a 1/4 ounce, but I cut that top part of the skirt down, and it just looks excellent with that Game Hog. Favorite colors for jigs, I usually keep it pretty simple. Some version of green, brown, and black and blue, minus swim jigs. Swim jigs, I usually have whites and chartreuses and other colors like that. But here's a Dirty Jigs flipping jig. This is go-to color, brown and green. Excellent one to start with. And then you can't go wrong with black and blue. This is an Eakins football jig, but jewel bait Eakins. I really don't buy anything other than Dirty Jigs anymore. I tried a bunch of companies before I found out about them. Didn't really hear about them until late because they don't sell them in any stores up here. But I'm glad I found out about them. Their quality is far and away the best. Love Dirty Jigs. Just love them. See, this is probably my favorite Dirty Jig color. Super Matte Brown. It's basically a really colorful peanut butter and jelly. Really dark brown, dark purple. Really good color. And spinner baits. I don't have very many of these yet. These are some small ones. Haven't had all that much luck on these small ones, but I don't throw them that often. Those are all Booyahs. These are War Eagles. I do like these quite a bit, especially with a trailer hook. And then these are the Strike Kings. I just put in an order, like I said in an earlier video, for the Buzzbaits Assassinators. I'm actually ordering a bunch of spinnerbaits as well, so can't wait for those to get in. I guess the last thing that I have to show, Jackall Flick Shake worms. If you really want to get into finesse technique, this is one of the better ways to go. Works everywhere. You always catch fish. Really, really great baits. A lot of times you can find them on sale. You can tell there I found a lot of these on sale. But yeah, this is Cochran 53. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask on the Bass College. So, thanks.